My name is Andrew Corbel. I'm part-time faculty with the EMS program here at CNM. And today we're going to be going over IV Med Push or IV Med Bolus. Is the skill sheet that you're referred to. We do want to make sure before anything we want to go ahead and have our PPE on. We want to make sure that we have all of our equipment. So I need a patent flowing IV line. I need a couple of alcohol swab pads, the vial of medication, which we're going to be using Narcan today, and a syringe with either a needle attached, or you can use a syringe and a needle separate and then put those together. We're going to use a pediatric patient today as our make-believe patient. So rather than explaining the procedure to our patient, I'm going to explain the information to the mother and let her know that, hey, yeah, child got into grandma's stash of pain medications, overdosing on a medication, so we're going to go ahead and administer Narcan through our IV, which is going to reverse the effects of the opiate that the child ingested. So I do want to make sure that I have the correct patient, little Susie over here. I want to make sure that I have the right medication. I have Narcan. Concentration is 0.4 milligrams per 1 ml or 1 cc. I want to check my expiration date. It is in date, so I can use that. I want to hold it up to the light, make sure that I don't have any floaties in the vial. I'm going to ask the mom how much the child weighs. She's going to tell me that she doesn't know. So, okay, how old is little Miss Susie here? She's 3. So we're going to use our formula of age times 2 plus 8 will give us our kilograms. So we have 3 times 2 is 6, plus 8 is 14 kilograms. I know that my Narcan dose is 0.1 milligrams per kilogram. So if I do that math, I'm going to come up with 1.4 milligrams, which doing the 0.4 milligrams per cc, that is going to give me 3.5 cc's to get 1.4 milligrams. Because I know in 3 cc's I've got 1.2. 4 cc's would be 1.6. So if I take half a cc, that'll give me the 1.4. After we confirm the dose that we do want to give, before even drawing this up, I want to ask the mom if Susie has any allergies, which she's going to tell me no. I'm going to make sure that I document the time, which is right now, that I'll be giving the medication, and my route of medication is going to be IV push. So we will go ahead and start to prep all of our equipment. The first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and get my alcohol swab. I'm going to pop my top off of my vial. Even though it was a brand new vial, I still want to clean the top of the vial. I'm going to open my sterile syringe, remembering that I do want to draw up as much air as fluid that I'm going to get. I'm going to be using a 5 cc syringe, so I do want to draw up 3.5 cc's. I'm going to take my cap off using my 2-hand technique so that I'm steady. I'm going to insert into the vial, push my air in. It's going to start pre-filling my syringe for me. I don't want to go too fast. If I go too fast, then I'm going to get a lot of air bubbles as I'm pulling the fluid back. Okay. I'll place my vial down. I'm going to get all of my air bubbles to the top. I'm going to dispel any of the air. Holding that, I'm going to take my alcohol pad, and I'm going to show you both ways now of how you can do this with a needle port and a needleless port. We're going to clean our needleless port, shut down our flow. I'm going to take my needle, insert it into the port, and then I'm going to go ahead and administer my medication. As soon as I am done administering the medication, I want to open up my line and allow it to flow again, and I'm going to immediately place my needle in the sharps container. I'm going to document everything that I just did, including the route, the medication, the dose, what time I gave it, as well as now I'm going to watch and reassess my patient, look for any desired effects or any adverse effects. I do expect Susie to start perking up a little bit more, coming back around, increased respirations, and that is IV med push using a needle port. If we're going to be giving the same medication through the needleless port, I'm still going to take my alcohol swab, clean the location, and I'm actually going to hold this alcohol swab on here while I remove my needle, and I'm going to dispose of that in my sharps container. After that is cleaned, I'm going to shut the flow to my IV line, attach my syringe to my needleless port, administer my medication, remove the syringe, discard my syringe, and then I'm going to go ahead and open my flow, run the line, and again I will be documenting everything that I did, as well as looking for any adverse reactions and desired effects of the medication.